everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Design, and if you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Sammy. We do DIYs, wood signs, thrift flips. There's always tons of laughter. Today we are going to kind of do a thrift challenge. It's more so me not going out thrifting, and the challenge is to thrift the stuff I have in my basement, okay? We need to get through this hoard, so we're focusing on the stuff in the basement. So I hope you guys enjoy thrift flips and this kind of content. I also wanted to let you guys know real quick, go check out my website. I created a clearance section. At checkout, anything that you got from the clearance section is going to ring up 50% off. You do have to buy 2 or more items to get the 50% off. This just helps me with the shipping costs. And yeah, go check it out. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the video, you guys. Hey, my crafty friends. So I wanted to show you what we were getting into today besides my junk. If you've been watching my craft hoard videos, I will link the playlist down below for you. I'm really trying to like just clean up, get rid of stuff. And I not only have thrifted stuff I need to upcycle in my garage, but I also have it laying all around my basement. So besides the things I need to like take to the booth that haven't sold on my website yet, I have things that need to be upcycled. So those are the things that I'm going to work on. So it's going to be random. There's no like theme in today's video. I am just trying to get rid of some of the unupcycled stuff that's been sitting here. So we're going to work on this piece today. I'm going to get to this shelf, which is just like a metal shelf. And then we're going to do this tin, I don't know, like wall plaque thing. And then I will see if I can get to this like thrifted cabinet door. But I just wanted to show you what we're working with today, why we're working on so much random stuff. And I think we're going to get started with that. So like I said, we are going to start with this pressed tin little wall plaque. And I'm going to use Marquee. Marquee is going to be like the truest red in the DIY line. There's Carnival Red and Marquee. So Marquee is the one you want if you're looking for red. And I'm going to do a messy coat on this. Like I really don't care what way like my brush strokes are going. You can see I'm like going back and forth, up and down, side to side. And that is okay because we are looking for a distressed look. I want some of that yellow to pop through as well. And then I'm going to let this completely dry. After it dries, I'm going to grab Big Top and I am going to clear the entire piece. Now, make sure, especially with pigmented colors, you should be doing it anyways, but make sure you're pouring your Big Top into a separate container. I just pour mine into the lid and then wipe it out after I'm done because these pigments and colors will transfer. So you do not want to turn your Big Top into a big red blob. So we're going to coat the entire thing with Big Top. We're going to let that dry and you'll see why we clear it with Big Top later because we will be adding more to this. And then we're going to grab our Crackle Medium. I do have this in my Amazon store link in the description box for you guys. And I'm going to pour some in a separate container and I am going to not distress it. I mean, well, yeah, we're distressing it, we're crackling it, but I'm going to put this in some corners. And what I'm looking to do is have this look like a natural crackle. So I don't want any like hard, sharp, abrupt stops to my paintbrush. I want it to look kind of like patchy. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? So I'll go in a little bit closer here and you'll see I kind of am like going in different directions and then I'm going to stipple some of the crackle on. That way it looks more authentic. Now we're going to grab our old 57, which is the most beautiful turquoise color ever. And this is what gave me the inspiration that I wanted this to look like a old 57 Chevy that's been sitting on a barn forever and its colors are starting to peel back, and you can see that it was originally yellow and then red and then teal. You guys get the picture here. So again, I am just doing a very messy coat of the old 57. And the reason I put the big top on first was to ensure that when I wet distress this, that we don't have the two colors blending together. Now, you would not want to put the clear wax on and then paint over that. You would have a gunky, nasty mess. So big top is what you want to do when you are layering your colors down. Now you'll see as it starts drying down how beautiful that is. DIY paints are clay-based paints, so they actually dry down a bit lighter than they look in their containers. Now I'm going to take my baby wipe and I am going to distress where the brush strokes were very prominent. Y'all know I get the heebie-jeebies with brush strokes, okay? And I was trying to just, let go of the control and just let it happen. It's supposed to look messy and all that stuff, but I couldn't do it. So you'll see right here where the brush strokes like really show and it looks streaky. That's where I decided to get that baby wipe and distress down. And I continued that throughout the different spots. Now, it was really bothering me because those crackle patches, they showed up darker like when it dried. So I figured, you know what, I'll take big top, clear it all, because usually big top makes our colors a bit darker. But as you can see here, it does not. It still looked dark and patchy, which I'm not sure why, because I've used crackle medium with DIY paints before and I've never had issues. But you guys tell me, does it totally take away from our wall plaque, or does it kind of go with the vibe that we're looking for, the distressed look? You tell me. So I saw this at the thrift store. It was $7.99, 50% off, so $4. And I had tons of different ideas for it, let me tell you. But I remembered this, and I don't know why, but I mean, I know why. This section right here reminds me of this bracelet. So I was like, let's see if we can basically dupe my bangle. I know that I want to paint these turquoise, and then now looking at it, I'm like, I wonder if I should paint these turquoise as well to bring it like up. I guess we'll find out, but we're going to start with our liquid copper patina, pennies from heaven. So going in with the liquid copper patina, this is, you can use this as a glaze, a top coat, a decoupage medium. I mean, there are so many ways you can use this. And it's not meant to be like full coverage. So I did have to give the entire shelf 3 coats of the copper patina. Then going back into the old 57 that we used in the first one, I'm going to take a smaller detailed brush and I am going to take a little bit of time and I'm just going to call them jewels, okay? And paint the jewels. I do 2 coats of the old 57. And then because you guys know that I always have to be extra, of course I decided to paint every single one of the jewels on top as well, along with giving them 2 coats of the old 57. After those completely dry, I'm going to just take a little detail brush, dip it into some water, and clean up any mistakes I made. DIY paints are water-based, so it comes off very easy. I need to make sure that I seal the paint. So I'm taking Big Top and I'm going to seal everywhere that I put the old 57. Copper patina, I do not need to worry about sealing. And y'all know I carry all of these products on my website and the link is in the description box. All right, after that dries, I am going to take this buttery, beautiful dark wax, and I am just taking a chippy brush and I'm going to stipple that on. There's already a lot of paintbrush strokes from applying the copper patina. So I want to stipple it on to kind of, I don't know, take away from the brush strokes maybe. So I get into all of those beautiful details, and this time I'm going to take a microfiber cloth and I'm going to kind of wipe it back, back and forth, and then you'll also see me kind of buff it out. And I wanted to try and buff it out so one, I keep more of that dark wax on there, and also so I don't create more streaks on top of the copper patina. And then I'm going to follow this all the way through. I love how it just makes the copper patina a little bit more like dark and rich, so it doesn't look so like brand new and shiny. We definitely want this piece looking a little bit older and grungier, I guess you could say. All right, and this is how it turned out. I wish you guys could get the full effect, but I couldn't hang this on my wall. So hopefully you guys can get the vision. I think this would look so good in somebody's like Southwest home, a boho home. I mean, this could fit into so many different decor. So I love how it turned out. Hey my friends, just checking back in with you. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. I know a lot of it is painting, but hopefully you're learning new techniques or it's inspiring you to get out some of those weird, odd thrifted items that you found that have just been sitting there and actually work on them. I know I'm not the only one that has a hoard, so I'm sure a lot of you can relate. And if you guys have not checked out my new series, I am trying to clean out my hoard right now. So if you guys need inspiration or want to follow in that journey, then make sure you check it out. I'll leave the link for that playlist down in the description box. And y'all, all the products that I used in today's video will be on my website. The link is in the description box, and y'all know the drill. If you're digging me, if you're digging the DIYs, if you are digging this channel, then please make sure to like and subscribe. And I just realized it totally looks like I'm wearing a floral crown and I have these amazing antlers coming out of my head. You guys are welcome. That's a gorgeous look. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get back into the rest of the video. Something I didn't realize when I bought this beauty, does that still have the price tag on it? No, but it looks like, it almost looks like an old Hobby Lobby tag or something like that. Do you see that? Is that an old Hobby Lobby tag? Let me know. It looks like there's a bunch of different hangers on here. That's not cute because that would totally show. Here's these. So I don't know what the original ones were because these are like screwed and glued. These screws don't even match, or maybe it never had screws. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay, but anyways, I didn't notice when I bought it that this is actually chipped. It almost looks like the cloth. So it maybe would have come at a point, but I don't think, I mean, when you look at it, it's not noticeable. So I think I'm just going to sand down the edges so it kind of looks like it was meant to be, and then we'll get to painting it. We are going to dip into weathered wood for this piece. I did 2 coats on the back and I did 1 coat on the front. Now you'll see a little bit of like white peeking through here and there, which I really didn't mind because I thought it made it look more like a stone piece, I guess you can say. That was like the paint starting to flake away, and I was all about that. So some of you might be thinking like, girl, you have some random taste for decor. But I was inspired by this picture. I'll put it on the screen. And I actually want to build like a whole kind of collage wall in our bedroom based off of this picture. So that's where I kind of got like the color inspo from for this piece, because I'm hoping John doesn't mind me putting this big old cherub on our wall, but we'll see. And you will see how this dries down. It kind of looks charcoal gray right here, but it's actually like a beautiful brown color. It does have a gray undertone. And we do have layered chocolate, which is like a true brown, but this is just like just the right brown for me. You know what I'm saying? So it dried down beautifully and it was exactly the color that I was going for. Our next step, I was so nervous to do. I was like, I'm either going to completely ruin this or it's going to turn out amazing. And I was actually very happy with how it turned out. So taking a small chip brush, I'm dipping back into that copper patina, but I am going to like seriously put the tiniest of the tip of the brush into that copper patina. And then I am going to dab the excess off. So kind of like dry brushing. And I am really trying to focus my brush on the outer edges, those hard edges. And then whatever remains on my brush, I am putting on the rest of the surface. And it kind of gives it like a copper, like dusting of shimmer. And it looks absolutely stunning. I put it everywhere except the cherub's face and the body. And you can see how it just a slight, it's not like overkill and gaudy. It is just a very light dusting of it. And it's exactly what it needed, especially when you see it next to that picture I showed. It's gorga. Now I'm going to clear the entire piece with clear wax. And I was actually scared that the clear wax was going to dull down that pennies from heaven, but it didn't whatsoever. At first I was like, man, I should have gone in with Big Top first, then the pennies from heaven. But I did not want to take away that matte chalky look that I would get from using the clear wax. So it ended up working fine. And this actually ended up shockingly being my favorite piece because I just know some of people are like, man, girl, you just did a chair piece last time. Your decor taste is, but I love it. And can you guys see the vibe? Can you guys see where I was going with this? How in that picture, there's a dark background and then you have like the flecks of the copper. I think it turned out gorgeous and I'm actually really excited to put it on my wall. I'll just have to put everything on the wall when John's not home and then see what he says about our big cherub. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check your links down in the description box. I appreciate all of you for spending your time with me. Here we go. Look, we get to be by this background. I never sold them. You guys, I couldn't. They're just so pretty. And I have this vision that they'll go somewhere, which they don't go anywhere, but you know what? Whatever. They're springy, so we're going to leave them right there. Okay. This dry air got my nose feeling like there's so much up there, but there's not because I keep digging for gold and there ain't nothing in there. There ain't no gold. Okay. Anybody else have this? I'm sure you do. We're crafters. I can look at a project and like have this spectacular idea of what I want to do to it. And then I'll come back to it the next day and be like, I don't think that's the right idea. Maybe I should do this. And then that spirals into a million other ideas. And then that's why I don't get anything accomplished because then I can't settle on what to do with the items. Like I'm filming this before I'm finished with the DIYs and 2 of them right now, I have literally like went back and forth a million times of what I wanted to do with them and still haven't made a decision. So that's fun.